I was tagged in a story on Twitter about an Afghani ex-Muslim man who killed 3 individuals. A Muslim tagged me and wanted to know what I thought. I asked him why would he do that when he already knew my position on this. A family member of one of the victims decided to call all ex-Muslims terrorists, cancer, a threat, and a tumor. What do you do with tumors? You cut them out. Now, the purpose of this video is not to dwell on the particulars of this horrific incident, as I don't know the family and only have a bit of information that has been released, but to reply to the comments being said above about ex-Muslims. I'm willing to excuse comments said out of anger, as emotions would run high at times like this, but we are discussing what is said here, not why. We can put the why aside for now. The dehumanization and demonization of ex-Muslims. Based on early reports, an Afghani by the name of Shams Hasib walked into an Afghan grocery store and shot 3 customers, 2 of confirmed Afghani descent who have now died, and then himself. Omar Ansari posted, "A distant relative of mine was shot in the head today in Sacramento, California. His name is Mobeen, only 19 and in critical condition." Then he posted, "My cousin was shot by an ex-Muslim. Yes, ex-Muslims are a cancer and threat to our ummah. They are obsessed with us. Be vigilant of these munafiqs. Keep Mubin in your du'as." Munafiq means those who pretend to be Muslim but really aren't. He then said, the perpetrator of this crime was a lingering tumor in an Afghan community. He was an openly declared atheist and always harassed and mocked us for believing in Allah. He was Abu Lahab of our community. He took his life on the scene of the incident. The sheriff's spokeswoman said earlier this week detectives did not believe the suspect and victims knew each other. Detectives have not determined a motive for the shooting, but sheriff's officials have said there was no indication the shooting at the market, which sells halal and Afghan groceries, was a hate crime. Hasib's only prior criminal record in Sacramento County was a 2014 traffic misdemeanor. He didn't have any criminal record otherwise. One screenshot of a message posted in a free-thinking atheist group from Hasib purportedly says, "SOS, save our souls. I'm an ex-Muslim who left Islam. The apartment I live are full of Afghan Muslim who will go above and beyond. I believe the apartment is bugged. Stand with me and a million others and protect me." What I will say here is, according to this message, he appears to be suffering from paranoid delusional thinking. Saying that they are out to get him is one thing, but then that his apartment is bugged? This isn't a good sign. The man may have had mental health issues. And then Omar retweeted, "Terrorists supporting the fellow terrorist. I am not surprised." As I said before, the politicalization of a personal tragedy in order to paint all individuals of that group as terrorists. What does that sound like? Does the word Islamophobia come to mind? I'm going to be consistent and call this bullshit out. Muslims hate it when they are held accountable for the actions of Islamic terrorists just for sharing the same religion. Yet this man is holding all of us responsible for the actions of one man? I've been consistent from the very beginning and gone out of my way to defend Muslims. I don't even need to say this. My track record is there for anyone to see and is highlighted in my Medium post, The Fine Balance Between Criticizing Islam and Demonizing Muslims. And not just me either. Other major ex-Muslim organizations like CEMB and EXMNA have fought against anti-Muslim discrimination and bigotry. The other thing is that we ex-Muslims don't have a holy book. There is no holy book that we have that says fight the unbelievers or subject them to a humiliating tax or whatnot. We don't have a canonized book of sayings of a prophet who taught us that believers are filth and should be pushed on one side of the road when you see them and kicked out of Arabia. Ex-Muslims are of all flavors and types. Some are left-wing, some are right-wing. Some are atheist. Most are atheist, some are Christian, and even a few are Hindu. We are all over the place. The ex-Muslim label is just a marker for being a former believer in Islam. It's frankly ridiculous to blame this incident on Shams being ex-Muslim. Where is the evidence that this was a crime targeting Muslims? And why did he then kill himself? Omar posted, when atheists and murtads get tired of the pointless existence, some may think they can kill others and themselves without being held accountable by God. At least he said some here. Ex-Muslims leaving Islam and committing murder-suicide is hardly a thing. You can't say that this is because he didn't believe in God. Believing in God never stopped anyone from committing violent murder. Just look at the list of Islamic terror groups, which is too long to mention here. Boko Haram, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Islamic Jihad, just for a start. All of them believe in God and even justify their crimes according to their religious beliefs. As a disclaimer, majority of Muslims do not accept the extremist view of Islam. I know this as a former believer myself. But Islam can and should be held to blame. The doctrine is full of violent ideas such as martyrdom and jihad, which are directly responsible for the resulting horrors brought to the world. Victims. The first victim, Shuja Jamal Omar Khel, from Jalalabad, Afghanistan. Khel was a father of 2 young kids, a 4-year-old and a 6-month-old. He came to America with his family in the pursuit of a better, safer life in 2018. He was studying at American River College in Sacramento and also had 2 jobs to be the main provider of his family. $76,000 so far has been raised for his family on GoFundMe, and from the comments, much of it appears to be coming from non-Muslims. The second victim is Mobeen Andishmand, who is also a young Afghani man and has now died in hospital. Omar has a message for us.
And matter of fact, as the story unravels, I need, once everything is said and done, I need all you murtads and munafiqs to donate $20 each to this GoFundMe. I don't need your sympathy, I need your money. We need support. That's about all I have to say. So, salam alaikum to the believers, and woe to you unbelievers. Woe to you.
So we will end with that. Omar, you are not my enemy. Your dear cousin was not my enemy. Muslims are not my enemy. I am sorry for your loss. I truly am. But I do not think it's right for you to politicize this tragedy as an excuse to demonize ex-Muslims in the same manner that you would hate to be demonized. The use of crude terms like munafiq, murtad, kuffar. Do we ever hear Muslims condemn attacks on apostates? I don't think I've ever heard an imam say this from the minbar, that it's wrong for ex-Muslims to be killed for leaving Islam, that Saudi and other countries should not criminalize apostasy, that killing someone for being a member of a certain faith or group is wrong. Yet you are doing the very same thing to us, using language to make us the other. You didn't want my sympathy. I don't know your cousin. I don't know you. But it is tragic that his life was ended like this, and he was only just starting it. You wanted my money, and you got it. I've donated $20 to his fund. If anyone else would like to donate, the link is below. May he rest in peace. This is your friendly neighborhood ex-Muslim, Abdullah Samir, signing out. Please subscribe if you're new here.